Hello, I'm Imani Wenham. Today I'll be performing some poems for you, poems inspired by my history, Black British historical figures, and the things that I really enjoy doing. And I will start with a poem that was commissioned by Opal22, a collection of poems about Black British historical figures. Thank you. Barbara Blake Hannah, the first Black person, it is certain, that was on a screen sharing the news. You showed us we can take up room, skin gleaming, voice beaming. You were born to Jamaica, but Britain called you to report, to stand in their studios and speak their news, called upon to tell the truth. You did more than that, you made history. You brought Black stories, you showed we weren't a mystery. But the audience, some blinked, they could not bear to think, to see a Black woman on their screens, talking like the Queen. They could not believe. You showed up, showed us, showed them the face of Britain changing. It was enraging. They tried to erase, but your mark was already burned onto the page. You picked up the pen, showed the world that you could not be caged like a hen. Behind the camera, you told stories that refused to see. African pride, showing the fabric. Can you still hear me? Yeah. Showing the fabric of our life. Can you hear me without it? Oh no, okay. Fabric of our life, Caribbean vibes, diaspora of truths, an author, a cultural ambassador. And when you returned to Jamaica, you served as a senator. You stood tall. You opened the door for every Black girl who dared to speak, who dared to dream. You showed what can be. Barbara Blake Hannah, not just the first, not just a name, but a mirror, a trailblazer, a reminder that we have always been here, brilliant, bold, and ready to be seen. Thank you. Thank you. The next one I was sitting on a tree with my friend and I thought about how much history the tree has seen. The soil remembers. My history lives on the wind. My people was told they were full of sin. Our story is a mystery not committed to stone. The story of us seemed to be left unknown. The tree still stands soaked in blood, roots to the earth. The tree has watched all our births. Strange fruits hanging, a whisper on the breeze of names foreign to me. Standing in no man's land, this tree still holds hope that one day we can find a home. A home with no fences, just a soil that still remembers. Thank you. Yes, thank you. The next one is about my hair. I've shaved it all off now, but this is a relationship or a poem to my hair. My hair, honestly, truly, my hair, she is unruly, brown and coily. My mum called her chocolate candy floss, spending hours sticking in curling rods, staying up all night watching tutorials till sunrise. I wade through the pain of detangling section by section. I'm barely managing, my arms beginning to strain, my back beginning to ache. In the morning I awake, anticipate, has my hair formed to the correct shape? I'm not in the mood to be running late. I take out the rods to find she has done exactly what she wants. Defying gravity, she becomes all poofy like a cloud. She stands proud, the tutorial said, with 3 quick, easy steps. She would listen and settle down, work on my timeline. But this hair here, she can't be defined by all these man-made confines. She does as she pleases, and I love her for it. So no longer fighting, I let my afro glow, because my hair, just like me, refuses to be anything but free. And I'll be reading 2 more from the collection of poems commissioned by Opal22 for Black History Month 2025. And it will be William Cafe is what I'll start with. William Cafe, these threads I lay bare. Hear my freedom chant. I speak through jabs and jeers, born to an English woman and an African man from St. Kitts. They told me my story would not be missed, but I'm sewed into the fabric. With every needle prick that I pick, I stitched resistance, I stitched revolution, threaded justice into seams they try to tear. Small in stature, but they could never measure the size of my fire. A tailor by trade, but my real work fitting freedom to those denied it. I shaped cloth, yes, but I shaped change more. The People's Charter, I helped write that. Votes for all men, fairer wages, equal rights. They said it was a dream, but I said dream bigger. I wasn't supposed to speak, but I did. I wasn't supposed to lead, but I did. They laughed, called me savage, little, mocked my voice, my race, but still I stood, elected the Charterist Committee. For the first pick starter in the fight for working class freedom. 1848, they called it conspiracy. When I raised my voice, they packed me off to Tasmania, like they could exile an idea. But even in chains, I wrote, I organized, I believed, because justice doesn't retire, justice doesn't sleep. Even in exile, I stayed awake for the people. I worked to stitch these dreams, making them a reality. William Cafe, say my name in full, not half remembered in footnotes, not tucked into margins. Say it loud. I was black, British, radical, relentless, and real. They want to teach you that black people were passengers in this country's story. I was the tailor, the creator, a disruptor, a designer of democracy. They can't unpick the stitch I laid. I'm part of the pattern now in the hemline of hope, in the lining of revolution. I'm William Cafe, the people's solution. Not a shadow, not a spark, not a footnote, but a fire starter, not just present in Britain's history, but one of the hands that shaped it. Thank you. The next one is also part of the collection, Stuart Hall. Stuart Hall, born in Kingston, Jamaica, crossed oceans for an education. Oxford halls with empire walls, mind wide, eyes sharper than headlines. He read between the lines and taught us how to see. He said culture is not fixed. It moves, it bends, it remixes, like sound system in basements, like accents blending across continents, like a young Jamaican becoming British without losing their rhythm. He stood on TV not to entertain, but to educate, challenging Britain to face itself. He said you can be Caribbean and British, you can be black and European. You are not an outsider to your own story. His thought shaped scholars, his word shaped artists, his presence shaped possibility. So when they ask you what it means to be British and something more, tell them about Stuart Hall. Tell them he showed us that culture is alive, that identity is complex, that black minds have shaped this nation's intellect as much as its rhythm. Thank you. Thank you. The next one is inspired by my grandma's journey to England from the Caribbean, of when she was telling me a story of what she first thought when she came here. Loosely inspired, by the way. But anyway, arrival. This place was cold when I arrived, tiny clouds falling from the sky. When it landed on the ground, it was pretty and white. It looked like a blanket, but when you touch it, it sent a shiver down your spine. Licking my lips was not doing the trick. The dryness was beginning to stick. Them houses looked like one bakery, smoke pumping out the top, clean and all the same. The people them looked like one dolly my mom and dad sent for me when I was back home. Glass eyes, these white lies come build back them country, leaving all we know behind to be welcomed with. No dogs, no Irish, no blacks. Them who ask us, them who beg us, try to tell me I didn't know how to read. One white picnic that try to spell cat with a K. I have read books bigger than the Bible. Me who used to be at the top of my class, I won 10 times my island spelling bee. E-X-C-E-L-L-E-N-T. Excellent. That is me. But when me come place my feet upon this soil, them not give me a test. Them hold me back and I was not good enough for the rest. Even try to tell me I didn't know how to swim. I grew up in an island surrounded by water. My first pet was a jellyfish. I didn't know how to swim. Try, what you chat about? Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I've got 3 more poems. Anyway, the next one is a short one about one of my favorite beauty products, lip gloss. I can't survive without my lip gloss. It stays by my waist side. It feeds my soul. When I place the lip gloss upon my lips like liquid gold, I can never be out here looking ashy. Some of you lick your lips to lubricate your lies. You must have left your Vaseline very far behind, but me, I'm not swear and a lie. I can see through your facade, and I really ain't so kind. So I place the glass upon my lips to seal one last kiss out of your life. Do not try call my line. Thank you. And my second, no, this will, I've got two more. Anyway, turn. It was summer 2008. We was out late. Street lights was on. All the kids playing, making up songs. I was up and down the street on my bike. The thrill from being out late at night. I would stop at the corner and turn, get off my bike and turn. Then this older girl, she saw me, Naomi. She taught me, press the brakes just before the turn to slow down and take control. She watched me do it a few times, fear in my eyes when I tried for the first time. I thought I was gonna fall, scrape my knee, go home crying like a big baby, but she stood there watching me, helping me feel safe in the turn. And now every corner I turn in life, I think of her, her kindness, her warmth. Don't fear turning, you will be fine. Thank you. And now my last one. Right. Sorry. Okay. Thank you. Did anyone go to Johnny North? Slay! This is a poem for the girls I went to school with. We were just girls. So many things that we did not know. We had to let ourselves grow. Life felt so big and we all thought we had it figured out. We were loud and proud. We know whispering. We never thought to make ourselves small in the crowd. Our laughter would fill the small corridors, slow steps to the next lesson, dragging our bags, teachers wagging their fingers, getting mad. The quick chats while rushing to the next class about the stuff we really thought mattered. Like, do you think my body's getting fatter? Singing in between about all our dreams of what we truly wanted to be. We were just girls laying on the playground floor. We sowed the seeds of confidence. The girls behind those four walls, the years in there we spent growing tall. We shared secrets that nobody knows at all. In notes passed around the silent study hall. We were just girls, and at the end we here. I also run Appitame Arts, APITTAME, and on the 28th of February we are doing a performance showcase in collaboration with Queer Coffee Link-Ups. There'll be a writing workshop. Performers Tariq, Lena, myself will be performing poetry alongside 2 short films. And it's on the 28th of February, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Appitame, APITTAME. But talk to me if you don't remember any of what I said. Thank you. Boom.
I'm just reading the last line.
Which one?
On the last poem.
Okay.
So I just had to switch memory cards just as you got to the...
Oh, out loud or just...
Yeah, just as you was with the mark.
Oh.
Just need the last line from one.
Oh.
Quick.
Okay. At the end we cried, pieces of those girls exist in me for life. Yeah. Thank you.